What's up, y'all? I'm back tonight and we talking about, listen, we unmasking these bad habits. Stop lying to yourself, okay? The habit of self-deception. So welcome back to Turning Hustle into Legacy, the podcast where we talk about your grind, your growth, your healing, and everything you survive. And guess what? You turn into something generations behind you can benefit from. I'm your host, Dr.Stance, and today, we're going to get deep, y'all. And like I said, today's episode is called Stop Lying to Yourself, the habit of self-deception. Now, this might be one of the most important episodes you've ever listened to in your goddamn life because, listen, self-deception is the silent killer of all dreams. Now, you can work hard, you can hustle, you can grind, but if you're lying to yourself into your daily habits, your mindset, and excuses, listen, your legacy will stay locked up, all right? So let's talk about what is self-deception. This is Dr. Stance's perception, okay? When I say self-deception, I'm talking about the lies we tell ourselves, not other people, ourselves. Like those quiet lies, the comfortable lies, the survival mode lies, okay? Self-deception kind of sound like this. I'm fine. I'll start Monday. I don't need help. I'm not ready yet. I can change later. This isn't really hurting me. This is just how I am. Listen, every one of those is a barrier between you and your level, your next level. Okay? People lie to themselves because the truth requires accountability. And accountability, guess what it requires? Fucking change. And I think that's what a lot of people struggling with today. People living in this fake ass world, social media and everything else ain't nothing nice. Okay? So to me, like an example is like saying you're working towards your goals, but spending 5 hours scrolling. Okay, I stay roasting. Say you're tired when you really just unfucking motivated. Say you'll hear later instead of doing the inner work now. And just like acting like you being busy is the same as being productive. Let's keep shit real. Stop telling yourself you're alone because you're different. No, it's not because you push people away. Okay? Self-deception keeps you safe, but it's not successful, y'all. And that's just facts. There's always a reason behind self-deception, right? Nobody wake up and say, let me lie to myself today. Don't nobody wake up and say that, right? So we lie to ourselves because I think truth, it requires responsibility. Change requires discomfort. One of my favorites, which I must be honest, this is something I struggle with, avoidance feels easier. We learn survival habits from trauma and we fear failure more than we fear staying stuck. Like I'll say, for example, avoidance. In my relationship, the first thing I do is run and I'm gonna block your ass. That's just, to me, it's easier. But honestly, it's a sign of weakness. Face the problem, fix the solution. You know what I mean? Self-deception becomes a habit because it protects your ego, but it definitely destroys your growth. All right? Self-deception, it becomes a habit, but it protects your ego, but it also destroys your growth, y'all. So the most common self-deception habit that I think, let's unmask the habits that show you are lying to yourself. The I'll do it later lie. Procrastination is disguised as planning. You're not waiting, you're avoiding. That's just simply what that is. To me, it's just lacking faith. You procrastinate, and it ain't really because you lazy. It's just disguising you not planning. You're not waiting. You're just avoiding shit. Some people avoid problems, but sometimes facing problems head on can fix everything. Let's keep it 100. And see, this is another one. The I'm not ready yet lie. A perfectionism lie. You'll never feel 100% ready. Let's be clear. When I built all these businesses, I didn't know that I was ready. I just didn't procrastinate. Okay? I didn't procrastinate. And I made it happen. I had a vision and I put it in motion. Okay? I'm not a dreamer. I'm a doer. Straight up. Know the difference. That's all I'm saying. So don't procrastinate. You your worst enemy. Literally. The next one. I don't need help lie. That's bullshit. We all need help. It's called hyper independence. And honestly, that's usually rooted in childhood wounds. Let's just be real. A lot of us aren't good with rejection. I put my hand up for sure. That's why I really don't like asking people for shit, because I just refuse to put myself in a situation where people tell me no. I don't like being told no. And that's something I think I've struggled with my childhood trauma and wounds. Okay? I definitely struggle with that hyper independence, and it's really unhealthy because there's so many people that do, want to help, in the industry that I'm in. In my mind, I could do this. No, I need a team. I need a team. I need help. So don't lie to yourself saying you don't need help, because you do. The next one, the I'm too busy lie. Listen, if everything matters, nothing matters. This is avoidance wearing like productivity's clothing. Okay? If everything matters, nothing fucking matters. Everything just don't matter. I have to tell my own self that again. Every time I talk to y'all, I always talk about myself too. It's not that I'm narcissistic or I'm just, all up in my own ass. No, I'm trying to tell y'all I ain't perfect neither. Shit, I definitely struggle with the thinking everything matter. A lot of shit don't fucking matter. It really don't, because a lot of the shit that don't matter ain't gonna stop nothing. So sometimes avoiding it is best in those situations. But the I'm too busy lie, stop. We're going to stop that today. The next one, the I don't care lie. Ooh, I think a lot of people struggle with this one. To me, that's a protection lie. Goddamn well your ass care. What's wrong with saying you care? I need to understand that. You do care. You just don't want to admit it hurt. It's nothing wrong with admitting it hurts. Okay? I think a lot of that is coming from stemming from having a big ego. Okay? You don't want people to think you're quote unquote weak. Okay? But technically that's egotistical. You do care. It's nothing wrong with it. It's okay to care. Okay? The next one, the I'll change when life slows down lie. Nigga, listen. Life don't never slow down. What it do is speed the fuck up. Okay? Life never ever slows down. You can change the motion, but you ain't finna pause it. It ain't finna stop. Shit continues to go on. Okay? But it definitely don't slow down. And I'm gonna say this, the last one. This is just who I am lie. Nigga, no it's not. That's the identity lie. It protects the past, but it blocks your future. I'm all about talking about my past. Everybody know the book From a Hoe to a CEO. I'm never out the game. The game just changes. Think about it. A lot of my foster youth in the program, a lot of them prostitutes. Some of them not, some of them are. Okay? I got a lot of different kids. So the game did not change in the fact of me being out of the whole game, because technically I'm still in it when I'm dealing with these young girls. Okay? So it don't change. Let's just be real. It's just a different game. Okay? So listen, legacy starts when you stop lying to yourself. And so to me, how I like how self-deception blocks your legacy, it's like your legacy is built on truth. It's not fantasy. Every time you lie to yourself, you delay your own destiny. Literally. How self-deception blocks you, it keep you in survival mode. You got trust issues. It prevents growth. It creates a cycle of definitely inconsistency. It attracts the wrong people. It lowers your confidence. Shit, it steals your time, your energy, and your opportunity. It even convinces you that mediocre is okay. I think I was seeing a little post the other day where it said, mediocre people hate regular people, and regular people hate mediocre people. like rich people don't like poor people, and poor people don't like rich people. Let's make this shit make sense. Why we just can't all get along? Just if everybody stopped lying to their damn self, I think it'd be a better place. So let me see. How do you stop lying to yourself? I'm going to say this. Here's how you break the habit of self-deception, okay? Y'all know I'm infamous of telling you, go into your brain, in the inner brain, and you ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What excuses am I hiding behind? What lie feels comfortable right now? Call yourself out. Gently though, not harshly, because you don't want to stress your own self out. Okay, the world do it enough. But you can, self-honesty is not self-punishment. It's literally self-liberation, I call that. That's self-liberation when you're honest with yourself. Okay? Because it could be the whole world lying to you. But if you honest with yourself, you good. Track your patterns. Notice that the lies you tell the most, and then that's where you work on. Like one of the most ones, I think a lot of people, being accountable. A lot of people don't like to be the bad guy. Shout out to a lot of people that I know, because I always tell them, bitch, be accountable. I attract a lot of cancers. I don't know why. They probably gonna all kill me. But I am a Leo. Fire all day long. I am the lion that roars in the goddamn jungle. But I always attract these cancers, the soft people. Because maybe God wants me to be in my soft girl era. Okay? It's different levels to me. I can change my voice. I can look different. Hell, I even smell different. Okay? I'm just saying. So I think a lot of that, when you replace your lies with like the truth, instead of like, I don't have time, say this isn't a priority right now. That will expose the truth. Because really you got time, it's just not a fucking priority. Let's make it make sense. And like you got to build that accountability system, mentors, coaches, friends, family, people who won't let you hide from your truth. Those are the people you want to be around. People always come to me and say, Stance, that was a little rough. You just wasn't like, you were just brutally honest. You weren't tactful with your words, bitch, because I'm not finna be. Why I gotta hide behind a bush to tell you some shit that you don't see about your motherfucking self? I'm trying to help you promote change for you and help you stop lying to yourself. Okay? So let's heal these wounds behind the lies. I think self-deception is rooted in fear, trauma, and insecurity. But healing makes honesty much easier. It just makes it much easier when you're honest with yourself. It's not easy and it might hurt. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's the most healthiest way to live. It's the best lifestyle. Okay? So I feel like the legacy mindset shift is it's to build a legacy. You have to become a person who tells themselves the truth. Even when the truth is uncomfortable or that shit hurt. Truth leads to clarity. Clarity leads to discipline. Discipline leads to consistency. And guess what? Consistency gonna build that fucking legacy. Okay? Your next level requires honesty, accountability, self-awareness. Stop lying to yourself. And I promise you, watch how your life level the fuck up. Listen. Your purpose is too big. Your legacy is just too important. And your future is just too valuable for you to keep lying to yourself. I get it. It's hard. But tell yourself the truth. Even when that shit's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. Because guess what? That shows growth. Because when you stop lying to yourself, you start living. And when you start living in truth, guess what? You start building that legacy. So listen, y'all, I had to come on here and I had to talk that shit. And I had to let y'all know, please stop lying to yourself. But I also want to thank you for tuning in to Turning Your Hustle into a Legacy with Dr. Stance. And if this episode challenged you, like I always say, if it blessed you or exposed something you needed to hear, share it, comment, subscribe. And until next time, keep hustling, keep healing, and keep the legacy building, man, because that's all we stand on. That's all we got left. All right?